Mountain,
But
can you have Panag get on right quick because Mr. Linwood and Suk is here. There you go. These are our Long Beach Cambodian American Republicans. They're having a community get together, and we want to be able to demonstrate and show our supports to President Donald Trump. This is just the Long Beach area. Now we have Oregon, we have Washington, and then we also have in Pennsylvania. And so there's like there's a large Cambodian American Republicans in every state. But this is our main area is Long Beach and Pennsylvania because that's the most that we that has Cambodian American for President Donald Trump. Mr. Would you like to go ahead and get everyone introduced? You have everyone introduced.
Okay, I will do that. Hold on. ចឹងខ្ញុំសូម flash កន្លែងនេះតិចសិនខ្ញុំមានការ interview តិចបាទសូមអរគុណច្រើនបាទ Okay, Bunthun, go ahead. What do you want to say?
Sue, yeah,
okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, Sue. Hello, Holland. How are you? Yeah. Okay, hello. Everybody. Who's in there? Let me see.
How you doing? I'm on mute.
Suk. Okay, Suk Smith. How are you, Suk? My name is Kipana. I'm in Long Beach, California.
Hi.
Hi, Suk. And then hi, Mr. Supal, Minnesota.
Hi, Minnesota.
Hi. Hello, Sue, my dear president. So I want to say thank you for coming in. So, yeah, go ahead. And then, yeah, I would like to introduce you to our group in Long Beach here. We have about 30 people, almost 40. And we're gathering here today because we are supporting our president, Donald Trump, for the election 2020. Most of us from Southern California. Okay, that's a place that Democrat town, and then we want to take this back to a Republican town. So help us, and then I would like to introduce Linwood. Linwood is he will be the president, close to the president. They got called out and they got jumped to come here for you, and they got long people here to joke with President Donald Trump. Okay, okay, so join Suk also. So go ahead, Suk, introduce, please. Yeah.
Okay. We have Suk, who is our Second Amendment Coalition's Trump victory, and then we also have Mr. Linwood, who is a community engagement. They'll be able to introduce themselves. Suk, would you like to introduce yourself to our Cambodian American Republicans in the Long Beach community?
Yeah, so thank you very much for having me on. You have a fantastic group. I see that all out there in California. Thank you for supporting the president. Like Sue said, I'm the Sportsman and Second Amendment Coalition Coordinator of Pennsylvania for the Trump Victory Campaign.
Can you tell us who you are, and then we would like to know you. All of us would like to know you. Yeah.
Can you hear her?
No, I cannot.
Suk, would you like to introduce yourself one more time? They said they couldn't hear you.
Connection directly.
Okay. Go ahead,
Yeah, hi. Can you hear me now?
Can you hear Suk now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So I'm the Sportsman and Second Amendment Coalition Coordinator for the Trump Victory Campaign in Pennsylvania. Just want to thank you all for inviting me onto this call. You guys are doing an awesome job there supporting the president, and I see that you have a huge gathering, and I'm jealous because I'd love to be there.
And then we have Mr. Linwood, our special guest. Mr. Linwood, would you like to go ahead and introduce yourself and what is it that you do to help our president?
Well, I'm the 35th Ward leader in the city of Philadelphia. Also, I'm RCO for the city of Philadelphia 35th Ward. Our role is really in making sure, like everybody else, and thanks to everybody for coming out. I know it's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to everybody. Our role is to make sure that the president gets back in office. We have the resources, we have the know-how, and we now have the means of the people knowing what they need to do to help him get back in. So we just have to stay focused, stay together, and make sure that we group in groups that come together as one for the same cause. I mean, we can't have any kind of disagreements that cause us not to get our president back in office. So we're dealing with a lot of liberal issues right now, and they will be gone by the time November gets here, but we have to stay focused. I'm here and committed to helping in any capacity I can to get our president in. I was helped him get in last time, and I'm sure to make sure he'll get back in this time also.
Thank you so much, Mr. Linwood. Then we have Mr. Sapal from our Minnesota area, our community leader in Minnesota. Would you like to introduce yourself, Mr. Sapal?
Oh, hi, yes. Hi, everybody. I'm Sapal from Minnesota. I'm a member of CACC. So nice to meet everybody. It looks so great down in California. So it's so exciting to see all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And then we have Mr. Hoeun, who hired himself. Mr. Hoeun, would you like to introduce yourself?
Okay, my name is Hoeun Chu. I'm from Pennsylvania. I'm a very happy Father's Day. And as a matter of fact, I'm on the way to my daughter to have a party. And I'm glad that everybody enjoy them. And then we will see you very soon in the White House.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you so much, everyone in the Long Beach or California area for coming out with our President, Cambodian American, for President Trump 2020 T-shirts. It is, it's amazing how, it shows our community as a whole, where we have community engagement. And at the same time, it shows American how much we love America. Remember, America is our home. It's and no one can protect our home but us Americans. So we have to stand firm, and because we don't want communisms to invade or to intrude in this freedom that we have right now. Because once you lose that freedom, it's over, and you don't want communisms invading or taking over what we have right now. Don't take your freedom for granted. And thank you so much for coming up, having this community gathering on Father's Day on behalf of the American people. Thank you so much.
Sue, is some is on the line too, so? Is some is on the line too?
Suk is on the line, yes, sir.
No, I'm talking Sam.
Yeah, I'm on
Samuel.
Samuel?
Yeah, he's on the line too.
I don't
Yeah.
think that
Hello, Sue. Are you?
not sure. I tried calling him, but I didn't get any answer.
Would you like to go ahead and start introducing our community? And we want to be able to hear some testimonies to why our community supports President Donald Trump. Because we will go ahead and do the same event for other states. But for now, we want to be able to hear our Cambodian Americans in the deep blue states why you want to transform California into, into a Republican state, or why you support President Donald Trump. Pana?
Yes, Sue. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. You want to go ahead and introduce the community? Have the community start introducing themselves?
Okay, great. Yeah, we have a little bit problem with our audio and system, but now we are in place. I want to appreciate very much to Holland and to Stu. They want to know what Holland position is with the president, with RNC. Can you give us, your background a little bit, Mr. Holland? Would you please?
Okay, yeah. I was elected the 13th congressional district, which covered Northeast Philadelphia and Montgomery County for the RNC, and now I'm working with AFP. I'm dealing with multiple ways of working this thing out. I have certain hours that I can do all Trump stuff, and then certain hours that I have to put into policy issues. So that's where I'm separate as far as the 100% time frame and numbers, but as far as commitment and work resources that I have available to help with this, I have a lot of resources to help the president get in. I have a lot of different people groups that I deal with. Right now I'm working also with the Dominican groups and the Spanish groups who also are going to be looking to combine and rally with people who are coming out for Trump. You know, these type of numbers are going to be really important in influencing our communities to what might be best for them. So I'm encouraging other people to start talking to people in a way that they can give them the pointers of what the president has been doing, because I don't think the news media is relaying any of this information to people. We have to let the people know and let them see what the president is doing now with a lot of different things, is letting people see how bad it is so you know how it could be if you do something different. But right now, we need groups to assemble and be hardworking for other voters to come out for Trump, because he's not getting the support from the media, which we know that's not really a big deal. This is where it's at, the grassroots level. We all know people. We all can touch at least 10 or 15 people in our immediate circle. And hopefully they can touch 10 or 15 people in each circle too. Yes. And that's how we got to do this. We have to do this little by little. Fortunately for us, we have 5 more months left to make this complete and whole. And with communities like yours and the other communities that are, I think you hear the president talk about the silent communities or the silent voices. That's what we really are. We're the silent voices because the news is not giving us any publicity into what is going on with the race. And they're giving us false numbers as to who's in the lead and who's not in the lead. So
one of the information that I want to be able to clear up with our community is that we have a lot of Cambodians who are not either Republicans or Democrats. They're in the middle. They're like you said, they're the silent majority, but they have this one misconceptions, informations that I want to be able to see if Mr. Linwood or Suk can help clarify that to the Cambodian community. A lot are saying that President Donald Trump immigration policy is an anti-immigrations, that he is against immigrations. Can you be will you be able to go ahead and elaborate a little bit on the immigration policy, Trump immigration policies? We'll start with Mr. Linwood and then with Suk.
Well, the immigration policies are not a problem. The problem is that they want to change the wording of them from legal to illegal. That's the only separation of the policies that he has. Like I said, we're listening to sources that put a spin on it and make it seem like the president just hates anybody that's an immigrant. Well, in that case, he would hate everybody that's here, because we've all migrated to the United States. So what people need to know is that the president is not for immigration. He's for illegal immigration. We need to be accountable. If I'm an American citizen and I already live here and I'm counted for, then everybody here pretty much has to be accounted for. So I don't think it's an issue of anything more than a definition of illegal and legal. And if people can understand that, then they won't, keep getting the propaganda making it confusing for them.
Okay. So I would like to know, are you live this to the Facebook?
Yes, sir. Let's go ahead and hear from Suk first on the immigration, because I do have a lot of Cambodians who accuse President Donald Trump of being racist because of his immigration policy. They said that he's an anti-immigrant, and that because of his anti-immigration policy, he's racist. I want to be able to get that clear for our community. Suk, will you be able to go ahead and explain, give us a little, pointer on to see if President Donald Trump immigration policy is a racist policy or if it's anti-immigration?
Yeah, so, like Linwood said, it's about illegals. The president is not a racist. He wants everybody to come into this country. This country is a melting pot from everybody from all over the world. And the president wants that. It's just he wants everyone to do it legally. It's the illegals that are coming into the country that he doesn't want in here, rightfully so. Why is it that they should be able to get in when the rest of us who've done it legally had to go through the whole process? Why should the illegals just? And so that's where the president stands. He wants to welcome everybody, but he wants to do it the legal way. But I don't know if you want to say anything else on that, but that's my understanding, and that's what I know that the president wants: legal immigration.
That's it in a nutshell. That's it 100%. You know.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. Hoeun and Sook and our team Sue, so Paul. You know, we are multi. Racial here. We some of them understand what you're talking about. Some of us not. So I need to give them some heads up. I don't want them to sit down here hour and then listen to you, and only a few that understand you. Maybe right now, you can have me translate for the good point. Maybe Sue Lak can translate for the good point that you like to say to these people. Would you please allow Sue to translate to the people, or I can translate? It's up to you guys. Please. You can see right now we have about 40 people so far, 40 to 50 that we are, making T-shirt and hat. And we gathering here today because of the law of 6 feet social event. So we don't want somebody to come and shut us down, So I just want to let you know that, yes, we are taking a risk because we love to see our president re-elected for the second term in the office. We all, want to say a few words, want to get to know you, and a little bit whatever that we have to say. A little bit more further, a little more deeper, we're going to be discussed among the leader of the group, okay, among me, Sue, and Paul, and a few advisors here that's staying here. So, I thank you. Sue, go ahead and translate whatever to our people. Yes, go ahead, please.
What Mr. Linwood and Sue is saying is that President Donald Trump, his immigration policy,គឺថា immigration policy របស់គាត់មិនមែន racist ទេគឺមិនមែនប្រកាន់ពូជសាសន៍ទេ policy របស់គាត់គឺនិយាយរួមគឺថាគាត់និយាយពីអ្នកមកស្របច្បាប់ហើយនិងអ្នកមកអត់ស្របច្បាប់អ្នកមកស្របច្បាប់គឺដោយបងប្អូនខ្មែរយើងដែលមកជា refugee មកស្របច្បាប់មកសហរដ្ឋអាមេរិកអ្នកដែលមកអត់ស្របច្បាប់គឺអ្នកឆ្លងព្រំដែន across the border ហើយអ្នកខ្លះទៀតគឺថាដូចធ្វើ visa មកលេងសហរដ្ឋអាមេរិកចឹងប៉ុន្តែ overstay visa ទៅលួចនៅសហរដ្ឋអាមេរិកនឹងនៅស្របច្បាប់គឺថាសំខាន់ផលរបស់គាត់អត់ទាន់និយាយអ្វីដែលប៉ះពាល់ទៅដល់អ្នកសញ្ជាតិអ្នកពីព្រោះនៅសហរដ្ឋអាមេរិកម្នាក់គឺទៅមកពីប្រទេសម្នាក់និយាយថាដូចស្បែកសស្បែកសប៉ុន្តែបើគឺប្របែកស្បែកសហ្នឹងទៅគឺថាគេមកពីGerman មកពី Italy មកពីFrance. So when you talk about white, it's broken down into different types. Policy is not racist.
Okay, Sue. Hello, I cannot hear you, Sue. I don't understand why.
I'd like to.
Hello, Sue. I cannot hear you.
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. Yeah. Okay. First of all, I would like to Sue and all of us to meet Mrs. Sony Saum, the owner of the house that allow us to have the event here today. This is her right here. Sue, okay, go ahead, Sue.
Thank you very much, man.
Yeah,
Yes, thank you very much for allowing them all to get together. Very much appreciated.
Yeah, she's a former realtor. She's successful in real estate, and she loved Trump very much. And as soon as she heard about we are supporting President Trump, she jumped up to the air and she said, "Come to my house. I welcome you all open arm." Okay, so please talk to Sony Saum. Okay, here she is right there. Okay, bong, some change. Right. Give me a sign about Lư that bong himself. Yeah.
Sure.
Yes,
but អង់គ្លេសបានទេបងបើសិនអង់គ្លេសបានចេះ
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Sue. Talk to Om Sray.
Thank you so much. Okonchon, our Cambodian American Republican host, Okonchon, and then Om.
ចាអត់អីមួយអាហ្នឹងយើងជួយ
បងជួយវាភាសាទៅគាត់សិនអ្នកចំណិតជាមួយ president នេះពីរអ្នកខ្មៅហើយនឹងសនឹងអាស៊ីនេះសុកណា So go ahead you say something to them please
អូខេមួយសួរតាមពិនមីងបានលើកមុនម្ដងហើយថាមីងតាម follow up ពីមួយតាំងពីមួយជាតារា Facebook នោះតាមមើលជាប់រហូតចេះតែសើថានេះក្មេងនេះតែកើនៅស្រុកអាមេរិកណាអង់គ្លេសរូខ្មែររូដែរបាទរូមានអាសិនណាបាទខ្ញុំបាន anyway ពីសង្កសែតមួយដែលក្មេងដែលមានកំណត់ចាំនឹកឃើញស្រុកទេយើងណាមួយហើយខ្ញុំមានអត់មានអីច្រើនទេគេអ្វីមានមួយដឹងហើយអស់ហើយមានតែសុំតែសើមួយអត់ពីពោះពីគុំតែប៉ុណ្្នឹងឯងអ្វីតែមានអាចជួយបានពីតាមលទ្ធភាពដែលមានអាចជួយបានជាពិសេស2020 នេះមីងគឺថាប្រេហ្មង strongly support President Trump to win election 2020
Yeah Go for it Go for it
Thank you
Okay,
so
Mr.
much.
Holland. Yeah, Mr. Holland, would you please go ahead and say hi to Mrs. Sony Saum? She's a former realtor, very successful realtor. She owns a big home here in Long Beach, in North Long Beach here. And she invited us to come here. Now, 50, she said her house can put 500 people for the future. So, go ahead, Mr. Holland, please, go ahead.
Yeah, get 500.
I am so thankful and gracious that you allow them to come in your house and spread the same ideology that we all feel for the success of our country. You know, what you're doing is really, really good. And it's probably not going to get in the mainstream media, but what you're doing is laying the guidelines for your community. You're giving them information. You are giving them the resource that we're trying to put out there. We're trying to let everybody know directly what is happening in the White House, what's coming from the president. And that's why he does direct Twitter and everything else he does direct through the sources to make sure that you get it. So I appreciate you. You understand that having people over there taking a risk and putting your president in front of everything that's going on. And that's the same way I feel he takes care of us. We have to protect him in these next couple of months. We have to make sure that he's okay because he's going against the deep state in such a way that we can't even imagine. So everything that we're doing on the ground, we have to be successful, make sure that we cover his back. So I appreciate you very much. Thank you very much for allowing us to bring this to everybody at your house.
Our next mission is to really be able to get invited and have a roundtable with Mike Penn so that he can hear our community out and why we support President Donald Trump. Let's cross our finger because I wrote a letter and hopefully he'll read our letter, and be able to have us in his roundtable with Cambodian community supporting President Donald Trump.
So can I say a little bit?
Go ahead, go on.
Yeah, I would like to have Suk Smith. Suk, would you please meet the owner? A lot of women coming out now. Right now, I can see more women than men this afternoon.
Great.
So Suk Smith, I would like to hear your voice. Talk to the owner. Her name is Sony. So please go ahead, Suk.
Yeah, so thank you, Chu. You guys are doing an incredible job out there getting your message out, like Linwood said, sharing the ideology. And, I think our most important thing is just keep the grassroots up and spreading the message because we've got to get as many people registered to vote for November. And we've got to make sure that we get them all out there,
Okay.
So you guys are doing an awesome job.
Okay. All right, Suk, thank you so much. And Mr. Sopal from Minnesota is my buddy, my close working mate. So please say hello to Bang Sony, Sopal.
But thank you. ស្វាគមន៍ជំរាបសួរបងស្រីហើយអរគុណច្រើនដែលឲ្យបងប្អូនខ្មែរយើងមកចូលមកផ្ទះបងដើម្បីគ្រប់គ្រងលោក Donald Trump បាទ also, I want to say a little bit about President Trump. I've been following President Trump since 1980. Okay, I saw him on the show with Oprah Winfrey. Mr. Trump is a nice guy, and he loves poor people. He wants poor people to get up and get a better life. And and also we are Cambodian. We come from the killing field. We don't like the communists, and we don't want to come here and see communists all around in the United States. And we love President Trump that he against the communists, and also we don't hate China's people, but we don't like the communist China. So that one thing. The second thing is Trump is very nice. He's a New Yorker. He grew up in New York City. How people in New York talk. And people say he's a racist, he talk loud, something. That's the way the New York people talk, everybody in New York. But a lot of people don't understand that. They see a lot of president talk nice, sweet, but it's different from Mr. Trump. President Trump is very nice, and he loves people. He want to build this country like the Reagan did. So, and I think we all Cambodian support Trump because he don't like the communists. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Kapal, Bong Say Som Chui, Bong Job. Okay, right now I have the gentleman named, what's your name? Kevin. Named Kevin. He has some testimonial that would like to say something about what he about to, I don't know what he's going to say, but he want to request to speak. And a lot of people would like to say something to you, okay? Would you please listen, stay put and listen, and maybe Sue can translate, okay? Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll be saying English, of course. My Khmer is bad, but some people can understand. Some people won't understand what I'm saying in Khmer. But first of all, I want to greet everyone that in this message and this Skype that allowed me the opportunity to speak to you guys. And I'm just one of the Cambodian in Long Beach. Represent many of the Cambodian in Long Beach, so I'm just one of them. I'm just probably a young kid, I would say. First of all, I would like to take this opportunity to greet and thank you to those who are present here. And I would like to say this. Today is a great day. Does anybody know what is today? Okay. Father Days. It's good. Father Days is a very significant celebration for our family. But do you know what? You can't always celebrate Father's Day every year. In other hands, we have only one chance in every 4 years to celebrate to support a president toward the second term. Therefore, presence of everyone here is well honored and well recognized. So President Trump has been doing a great job keeping us safe from terrorism, keeping jobs in the United States, and most importantly, President Trump's fight communism.
Yes. Yes.
I encourage everyone here in our community. When I say in our community, I specifically target Cambodian community to get out there and vote for our President Trump for the next term.
Yes. Yes.
So, President Trump, we are here to support you all the way to the poll. Thank you for the opportunity. This is all I have to say.
All right. Thank you so much, Ken.
Okay, I would like to say, Bong, everyone would like to say something into our group here. Please come in here, come forward here. You can have a seat right next to me here, Bong Kevin, Bong Sabat, Bong Thong Si. Who are the lady, especially the lady? You want to say something? Please come on. Say in Khmer too. Come on.
Okay. Today is Father's Day, and everyone has a scheduled event. We want to be able to maybe just stay on about another 15 minutes. Have everyone in our community just make like a little speech for President Donald Trump, and then we'll probably end from there because everyone has a scheduled Father's Day event.
Okay, let us have this testimonial about President Trump. So, my you come out, but I'm here about on you, and by Papu you, and making some change, my Bong Sony Monkey, some change Bong Sray, but to President Trump. But some change Bong, but yeah, and you come out about Angle Kaban, yeah, please, yeah. Go ahead, Bong.
I am Sony Som, the resident of Long Beach, California, and I declare in front of my people over here that I am myself strongly support President Trump to win second term 2020, and because I am been through with the communists, and I am understand that President Trump don't like communists, so I'm really like you, and I pray that you will win this 2020 election, and God bless you, President Trump. God bless America.
Thank you, Bong Sony. Thank you. Okay, Bong Sony cắt thích bằng sầm chênh. Okay, Bong Sony mà sầm chênh nhưng mà có làm bây giờ bàn lực chênh. Bạn.
I'm here today to Trump. We elect him again.
Okay.
We all love him.
Okay.
And I hope he wins.
Okay.
For the next coming year.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, Bong Ban Ná sầm chênh. Bạn. Bong sầm chênh mà buộc nhau mà đi mua ban chừng ai sầm chênh Bong na trong miền Bắc sầm chênh. Bạn. Bong chênh cho mình bạn.
Long Beach ទាំងអស់ហើយខ្ញុំសូមជម្រាបសួរលោក Donald Trump ថាពួកយើងទាំងអស់គ្នា support Donald Trump to win 2020 and because Donald Trump he hate communists and we don't like communists either. That's why we come over here.
Okay, thank you so much បងសវុតចាំបងអូខេប្រុសស្រីសូមអញ្ជើញលោកសវុតបាទសូមប្រាប់ឈ្មោះបាទលោកមានប្រសាសន៍ចាប់អារម្មណ៍ទេបាទ
My name is Hoeun Stock. I live in Long Beach and for the social department for 31 years. And we love our President Trump. And happy Father Day to Mr. President. We will win this election again. And we don't like communism. We don't like communism. And our President support it. We lost more than 3 million people Cambodia like during the communists from 75 to 79. So please, Mr. President, have free Cambodia from communists, and you will be in the White House for 2020. Please, thank you.
Bong Mana. Okay, so everybody come ជុំនេះឡើងនេះបានទេដើម្បីយើងតែម្ដងបងបាទសូមលើកបាទ
Hey, happy Father Day.
Okay, go on.
Excellent mom. Mr.
Some change my plan.
I support you from the last vote. And then I tried to contact you for 3 years ago, Mr. Donald Trump. You better know me. I'm your friend.
Some change, please. Some change. Chum niệm lại bàn đi. Some change.
I love you.
Okay, lạiនេះthank you ស្រឡាញ់ so much ឥឡូវនេះលោកបងមកហ៊ឿនពីអូរីកាឆាប់បាទជំរាបសួរលោកសូមជ័យលោកមានប្រសាសន៍តិចទេដើម្បីនិយាយបាទអូខេអរគុណច្រើន I say hello to everybody បាទអូខេ
and happy Father Day អូខេខ្ញុំជាខ្មែរមួយរូបខ្ញុំមានជំនឿអ្វីដែលខ្ញុំជំនឿទៅលើ Donald Trump យើងទៅសិក្សាពីជីវិតរបស់គាត់ឬគោលការណ៍របស់គាត់យើងទាំងអស់គ្នារត់មកពីប្រទេសយើងមកជ្រកកោននេះដោយសារពួកកុម្មុយនីសណាដូច្នេះមុននឹងយើងជ្រើសរើសអ្នកដឹកនាំណាមួយដើម្បីដឹកនាំយើងឲ្យជៀសផុតពីអាកុម្មុយនីសរស់នៅក្រោមកុម្មុយនីសវាស្លាប់វាលេទៅនេះណាយើងពិនិត្យមើលលោក Donald Trump គាត់ជា businessman ហើយគាត់ success គាត់បានជោគជ័យក្នុងការធ្វើមុខជំនួញមានមធ្យោបាយគ្រប់គ្រងក្រុមគ្រួសារគាត់ដ៏ល្អដូច្នេះជ្រើសរើសគាត់ជាអ្នកដឹកនាំយើងទៅមុខទៀតក្នុងការប្រឆាំងជាមួយកុម្មុយនីសគាត់មានមធ្យោបាយក្នុងការការពារយើងគ្រប់គ្នាការពារប្រទេសយើងមិនឲ្យកុម្មុយនីសមកជឿជ្រែកទៀតទេ ពួកគាត់បានជោគជ័យក្នុង business របស់គាត់នោះចំណុចអស់ហ្នឹងឯងគឺបានថាខ្ញុំ I willing more than 100%. And I'm now that I support Donald Trump for the next 4 more years. Okay, thank you very much.
អូខេបងឥឡូវទាំងអស់គ្នាខ្មែរនៅរដ្ឋ California តែម្ដងយើងមករដ្ឋ California សូមថាតាមខ្ញុំទាំងអស់គ្នាណាអូខេ So can you see us now too can you see us
Yes we can see you
Okay so let's go okay Okay come on everybody here stand here everyone together here come on We are Cambodian American from California. Some control. We are supporting. President Donald Trump. For re-election 2020. Yes.
Happy Father's Day. Good.
Happy Father's Day, Cambodian American for President Trump 2020. Thank you so much for hosting this event.
Thank you very much.
We're hoping to meet all of you with Mr. Linwood and Suk in Philadelphia, in the Pennsylvania area. Hopefully, maybe if there is a Trump rally in Pennsylvania, or if there's a Trump rally close by, because we're hoping to gather at least 1,000 or more Cambodians to join to participate in President Donald Trump upcoming rally. And also the Republican National Convention.
And Sue, can I just say one thing before we get off?
Go ahead.
I want to say one thing. What we're trying to do now is like everybody around the country, around the world is on lockdown. So what I'm telling all the groups that I have all this time, let's be ready to hit the ground running when they put us back out on the street. Because we have to get started for the lost time that we really lost. I mean, the Zoom has been really good. But you know, so we face some challenges in all our communities with communicating with our people. Some we have to be on hand to deal with. So we need to put a list together of all of the president's accomplishments that we can take to these people, the silent people, silent voices, and let them know all his accomplishments as they're not getting them from the news. So I think that's one of the strongest things that we're going to have to do. And we definitely have to hit the ground running as soon as they open the country back up.
You're absolutely right, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. There's mainstream media has been President Donald Trump #1 enemy. Mainstream media has cut it and edited content that does not support President Donald Trump narrative. So like he'll say, like I have always tell my community, for example, he'll invite you to eat dinner, like in the Cambodian language, the mass media will say, so it's like they change the words, they change the contents, that it's not the same, it's not President Donald Trump original speech anymore. And there's a lot of stuff that President Donald Trump have done for the community successfully. And one of the successful number is that the unemployment rate for the minority group, and especially in the African American community group, has been staggeringly low. And that is something that Americans from the left side hasn't seen. They see that the one thing that they see is that his characteristic as a president does not hold. So they see his characteristic, but they don't see his successful, his policies that have made America great. And that is the thing that we want to be able to open up those who only see and hear mainstream media lies instead of the actual truth behind the lies.
Okay. So thank
Can
you.
I just
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Before we go, just real quick, if you haven't already done it, please download the Trump app. You'll find it on the App Store or on the Play Store. It has all the news on there from the president, and it tells you all the events that are going on all around the country, so you'll find them in your individual states. And there's so many trainings going on and MAGA meetups, and it's just a great way to connect with other people. So, the Donald J. Trump, so it's the Trump app on the App Store or on the Play Store. So that'll be a great way to connect with others and to get some information.
And you can also earn points from the Trump apps. So every event that you participate, those points, you can use it to buy stuff on the Trump store site, which is really good. It's a good app to keep the community informed, which I have sent that app to almost everyone, all of my key community leaders for the Cambodian community. And hopefully I'm crossing my finger that they did download the app, because I know I did.
Okay, I appreciate so much. Before we say goodbye to each other, I want to say one more time. Okay, one more time. Okay, now let's repeat after me, please. Okay, let's go. Let's put your hands up strongly. Okay. We are Cambodian American for Trump 2020. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank